Okay, find the Riemann sum of f of x equal to x times x minus 10 from x equal to negative 1 to x equal to positive 10 using the left end points. So by using the most accurate solution, we have the integral from negative 1 to 10. Okay, but this is not yet the solution. No? That is negative 161 because you have the value above the x-axis that is positive. So you have to subtract that from the integral. So this becomes negative 161. But that is not yet the total value. So we have to first find the value of the value of the integral, the value of the area from 0 to 10. That is negative 166.667. But we have to make this positive because this is below the x-axis, so that is negative. So to make this positive, find the absolute value of this. So that is positive 166.667. Then the area from negative 1 to 0, that is positive. The reason this area is above the x-axis. Then the area from negative 1 to 0 plus the area from 0 to 10 is 172. But we have to first find the absolute value of the area under the curve here. So this is 166.665 plus 5.33. So that is 171.998. So approximately this is 172. So we have the area. This is positive. So this is 5.33. So this area, 5.33. Then this area is below the second area is below the x-axis. This one is negative 166.667. So we have to make this absolute value, convert this, express this in terms of the absolute value, and add to 5.33. So this is the area for 5.33. Now the 166.67, this is negative. So make this positive. So the total area is 171.998. So approximately that is 172. So the first problem here is use the left end points. So the left end points here start with the x sub 1 here and ends in x11. Okay. So the total number of points here is equal to 12 from negative 1 to 10. So that is 12. Okay. So our uh, delta x here is b minus a. Okay. Over n. So uh, so the endpoint here is 10. So the starting point here is negative 1. Okay. Then over 11, so our end here is equal to 11. So 11 over 11, that is 1.0. So that is our delta x. So using this f of x equal to x times x minus 1. So f of negative 1 equal to 11. Then f of 0 is equal to 0. F of 1, x3 equal to 1 equal to positive 9. F of x4 equal to 2. So that is negative 16. So absolute value of that is equal to positive 16. So the area using the left end points is given by this. So we have the delta x. So we have f of x1 plus f of x2. Then after f of x11 only. So x11 is equal to 11. So here, so the answer is 176. So the accepted value is 172. So the percentage error is 172 minus 176 here. So we have 76 divided by 172 times 100. So the answer is 2.32558%. Now using the right end points. So using the right end points here, start with x sub 2 and ends in x sub 12. So start with x sub 2 here. So x sub 2, x sub 3, x sub 4 equal to 2, x sub 5 equal to 3, uh, x sub 6 equal to 4. So up to x12 here. So x12 here is equal to uh, so x11 is equal to 9 here. X12 equal to 9. Then x of 12. So this is equal to 10. So if this is equal to 10, so the corresponding value of the function is equal to 0 here. So the area using the right endpoints is 1 times 0, 9, uh, 16, 21, up to 0 here. So that is 165. Okay, so this is for the right endpoints. So the average value here is 176 plus 165 divided by 2. So that is 170.5. So the percentage error with respect to the accepted value, the accepted error of the average average value with respect to the accepted value is 172 minus 170 all over 172 times 100. Okay, so approximately 170. So that is 1.16 percent. Okay, using the midpoints here. So we have the midpoints here from negative 0 to positive 10. The corresponding midpoints are negative zero point 0.5, positive zero point 0.5, 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7.5, 8.5 up to 9.5. Okay. So we have here f of uh, x equal to negative zero point 0.5. So the corresponding answer is 5.25. Then x sub 2, if x equal to zero point 0.5, so the corresponding answer is 4.75. Negative 4.75, or the absolute value is 4.75. So up to x equal to 9.5, x11, 9.5. So the corresponding value for y is 4.75. So the area using the midpoint is, so we have f of x sub 1, x sub 2 here. And so the corresponding value for y here is, so this one. So the percentage error with respect to the accepted value is, so this is the value using the midpoint here, 172.75. So the accepted value is 172 minus 172.75 over 172 times 100. So the answer is 0.26%. So very accurate. Uh, the middle point method is very accurate here. Okay, we are now going to evaluate the negative 1 to 10 x times x minus 10 dx using the Riemann sum. All right, for area above the positive axis, so we have to first consider the area above uh, the area above the positive x-axis. Then the next one is the area below the x-axis. Now the area below the x-axis is negative, okay? But the area above the x-axis, we need that to express the, We needed to express the area above the x-axis in absolute value. So that's already positive. Okay, so our delta x is b minus a over n. So 0 minus negative 1 equal to 1 over n. So this is our delta x. Our xi is a plus delta x times I. So we have to express this in terms of xi here. So n is equal to xi. So a is equal to negative 1 here. So the upper value for here is equal to 0. This is for the positive value of x, for the positive value of the area above the x-axis. All right, so here you have negative 1 times delta xy. So using the f of using x times x minus 10. So we have here minus 10. So this is our xi here, negative 1 times xi. Then our delta x here is equal to 1 over n here. Okay, then times I. Then there is our delta x squared. So we have the squared here. Okay. Then so by simplification here, and we have the delta x here, 1 over n. So we distribute the 1 over n here. Distribute the 1 over n. So we have this. And we have the summation of I in terms of n is n squared plus n over 2. The summation of I to n is equal to n here. The summation of I to n, I squared equal to 2n cube plus 3n squared plus n over 6. So by substitution here, the have the 11 over n. So the summation of 1 of I to n here is equal to n. Then we have this one is summation of I here. Okay, so negative 12, this one. Then the summation of I squared here. Okay, so from the third term here. Okay, then cancel the n squared, the n cube here, 1 over n cube, 1 over n squared. So by simplification, we have this. But this one, if as n approaches infinity, so this becomes 0. So this one also becomes 0. So this one also becomes 0. So the remaining terms here is as n approaches infinity is 11, then negative 6, because this one is 0, 1 over n, then plus 1/3. So that is 5.33. Okay. So find the area below the x-axis. So here, our delta x, our b here is equal to 10. The upper limit, the initial limit here is equal to 0, because this is from 0 to 10. So all over n. So 10 over n is our delta x. So here our initial value for x is equal to 0 here. All right, so delta x times I. Okay. So by using this, we have this. So our v here is xi. Our n here is equal to I. Okay, so delta x here. So x squared minus 10x is equal to, so by substitution here, then our delta x is equal to 10 over n here. So 10 over n. Then 10 over n here is 10 over n squared. So this one is equal to summation of I squared here. 2n cubed plus 2n squared plus n over 6. Then this one, minus 10. So the summation of I here is equal to n squared plus n over 2. So the next part is we're going to distribute the delta x here. So in the expression. So by distribution, so we have here distribute this one. Then cancel the n cube here. So 10 over n cube. So cancel here n cube. Okay. Then we have also here 10 over n squared. So cancel with n squared. Then we have this by simplifications. So this becomes zero as n approaches infinity. This one. So this one is also equal to zero. So as n approaches infinity, the absolute value of the sum becomes, so the absolute value of, because this one is negative, so 100 over 3 minus 500 is negative. So the absolute value of that is 166.667, because that's the area below the x-axis, so that becomes negative. So we have to find the absolute value of the, because we have the area here, 5.33, above the x-axis positive, and this one is below the x-axis. So make this positive, no, by finding its by expressing this in terms of the absolute value. So the answer is 172, consistent with our previous answer.